All right.
That's who over there acting their age already.
I go to bed at 9:30 every goddamn day. I don't know what you're talking about. I go to bed at
Yeah,
9:30, and then I
already.
wake up at 3:30, and then can't go back to sleep until 5:30, and then I sleep for that hour until I get up until 6:30, and I'm tired, and then I go have 2 cups of coffee that are black with 2 half and half creamers because it's all the calories I can have.
9:30. Okay, all right. We back in elementary.
Fuck
Night
you.
times.
Fuck you, nigga. Don't nobody care because I gotta go to bed. I be sleepy.
Oh man.
I
Well, yeah,
live with
but
old. I live with older
see,
people, and they goes to bed, so I goes to bed too.
I can't run the streets with you. We gonna be out there. It's gonna be 10:30. You like, man? You sure you not done yet? You ain't ready to go
What?
home?
Well, what was you gonna run the streets and do?
Man, I be out here. I just, I
Okay.
be out here.
Anyway, next you push play. You push play. How about you be out here? You be out here at the store getting your wife some goddamn chips and going home. Shut up.
So first of all, my life doesn't revolve around her. I am my own man, and I have my
I
own
didn't say you.
friends.
I didn't say you weren't, but I just said that you was going to the store and getting your baby some chips and coming home. That's what I said. I didn't say that was your whole life. I just said some of the times that's what you be doing. Now, what you and your little nigga friends do when you're not retrieving chips for your wife, it's none of my goddamn business because I'm not none of your nigga friends.
Because
So,
all we do is sit around and do Bible study. That's it. And study our craft. That's all we
okay,
do
well, you can go
when
ahead and
men to
press
get
play
together.
because when you go ahead and press play because
We already
you
pressed play. We just do the intro. Hey, what's going on? We back again. Y'all just found out that V got like my bad. Hold on. What time is? We got an hour before she got to be to bed. So, we got to
I
make
don't
sure.
have to be in bed. I'm just tired by that time, so I put on my pajamas and lay down. If I just happen to go to sleep, then
It's
oh
just,
well.
this is how it is.
It just is
Mm-mm-mm.
what it is. I don't know. I think I'm transitioning very gracefully from that point in life where you think fondly back and you're like, God, as a kid, when it was nap time, I never took a nap. And then you're pissed off at yourself silently because you're like, stupid bitch, why didn't you take those naps? Like now you wish you could take a nap. Like what, like, God damn, fucking dummy. Like you could have been taking all the fucking naps. So now it's from wanting to stay up and not ever take a nap and see everything to being like, I don't want to see none of this shit. I feel like it's the apocalypse. I would like to go to sleep now.
Oh man. You see, I was that kid too. I wanted to stay up all night just because. And I
Right.
go
It don't even
I
nothing to do. Like, what were we staying up for?
just because it's just just because you can, man. Hey, I'm up to be up. Ain't nothing going on.
Just up for no reason.
Oh
Just
man. But y'all are tuned into another episode of Chopping Over Q podcast. This is still season 2. I lost track of the episodes already, so I'm sorry. But just know it's another episode. Okay. It's just us two again. We over here, talking shit like always. It's a Monday, and we've
it's a Monday and the fuck out of us. Listen, it's rough. Monday was out here being Monday in full force,
oh man, it was crazy. Because I even got up
which is
early, went to work, and then I sat down. I was like, I want to go home, man. I'm about to just go ahead. How much vacation time I got left? Let me go ahead and just tell them I'm sick or something. Let me start.
it's time to dip. I feel it. I feel it on a spiritual level, honestly. And then the crazy part about it, when you think about it, is we're only 11 days in February.
I
And
know.
remember, I said it first on Twitter. I said, remember how we talked so much shit about your girl January and how she stays here for 75 years? I said February is coming to up the ante. This bitch about to kill us all. And I was
Mm-mm.
right. We're 11 days in, and all the shit has come loose. Liam Neeson is a goddamn racist. Michelle Rodriguez is defending him with that gross ass kiss that him and Viola Davis had in Widows that looked like they one of them had fungus in their mouth and the other one didn't want to get it. Then we had everybody everybody that works in the Virginia government acting like they done lost their ever loving cotton picking ass mind, which cotton picking they probably fucking have
They
because
probably
like
got that somewhere in they
every one of them is racist and every one of them is a racist and every one of them has a goddamn wreath of cotton on their front door. I guarantee fucking it.
Oh
You ever
man.
see if you ever see a white person in Hobby Lobby or Michaels or Joann Fabric and they're buying cotton to quote unquote decorate their house, they racist. They over there making a Confederacy diorama and don't go to their house. Run.
Mm.
They're gonna try to enslave you.
You're gonna have a whole get out situation, man. I
Listen,
mean,
Black History Month is whooping our asses. We need to. I say we just take March. I say this year we just say fuck it. We let let the chips fall where they may, and then we start over fresh March 1st with fresh new Black History Month. Because this shit here, Mama is tired already, and we're only 11 days in. I haven't posted a single Black History fact because every day I think I might be able to. Some white people do some fucked up shit, and I'm just like I can't even deal with this right now.
yeah, I mean, because I ain't gonna lie. So the most I've done for Black History was I did watch I saw a majority of it. I didn't get to actually watch all of it because I was mostly asleep. Because when I say I hibernated not Monday, Sunday morning. Yeah, I didn't get up to by almost noon. But hey, so I was listening to his little special he did for Black History, and it was nice, man. It was something like you can show your kids somewhere. Kind of give you little facts here and there.
Well, sometimes it's nice to show your kids stuff. Kids be liking stuff and stuff sometimes a little bit.
See,
A little.
I'm one of those parents. I start questioning. I need to ask mine, like, hey, what y'all really be learning on? Do I still get to do the regular old I have a dream type research? It's the
It
only part of
probably is
Dr.
what they
King they
do.
talk about the nice part. They don't talk about the dude that was out here trying to get this bread.
Yeah, they don't. I don't know. It's just I don't. I don't really put stock in education system, especially in Texas, where they had books that they gave out to children talking about slaves was unpaid migrant workers.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
after I read that and they said that was going out in textbooks, I already knew what was up. So I don't expect them to teach kids anything. And then there was also that story. Remember, there was that whole explosion on Twitter last year where motherfuckers thought that Eli Whitney was a black person.
No, funny. Speaking of that, so
And I was very concerned because I was like, they're like, no, we learned that Eli Whitney was black. And I was like, the
where?
inventor of the cotton gin
Yeah.
was black.
Yeah, see, here's what happened. So, it was a brother out there in the fields, and he was just trying to figure out, we need a more efficient way to do this, y'all. So he came up and developed the
We
cotton
don't
gin.
want to pick cotton anymore. And we want to bring down the whole slave industrial complex in the South, and then maybe they'll free us if we make some mechanical stuff that picks the cotton for them.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what that is, and that's
Hmm?
why these children, and that's why that No Child Left Behind shit don't work.
Man, first of all, when you have people, first of all, the internet, I think there should be a way you can suspend people from the internet for saying dumb stuff.
Well, I think I think that's the intriguing part also about the internet, right? Because it gives everyone and anyone a voice. And so you can read it on the internet and be like, this is great. I can read these academic papers and these, sources of knowledge where these people are experts on a topic, but then I can also hop right under their expert opinion to be like, fuck you, you funny looking ass cunt. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, stupid ass, long titty, no nipple having ass bitch. So I'm just saying, like,
long titty?
I'm just saying, as a homage to a very old Kevin Hart stand up. But I'm just saying that it's just one of those things where you can get on the internet and you can literally just say anything. So like, if this person could be a world-renowned scholar, know exactly what they're talking about, and then people just get on there and be like, "You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're stupid. You're ugly." And it's just like, or they get on there and say, "Well, actually, I think this is what happened." And so it's like, the internet is a great place and it is a horrible place at the same time because you have access to all of this wonderful, great knowledge, but then the same people also have the access to then just be like, no, I don't think that's what it is, and let me just put this up here, and this is now the truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna start telling people every time they say something funny, I'll be like, "You have failed the internet today. Please log off." you 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 will be logged off for 24 hours and think about what you have just said.
Yeah, or like, they used to put people in Twitter jail, and I feel like they should have like jail, like internet jail. Like if the minute you post a stupid comment, like you should just all your shit should be suspended. Like your internet just shuts down. You can't use it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be some dope shit.
because especially like this one cat. All right, I'm gonna ask. So most of us have went through basic math before. I'm sure we can, but like one cat, I don't even know how I ran across it. But a dude said a kid born 2010 is now 19 years. Let that sink in.
Yes, I saw that tweet. Then somebody retweeted it and said, "Oh, that's that R. Kelly math, huh?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like seriously, I was in there thinking, because some people may throw like riddles out there, and you got to really think about the question and what they're saying. And I was really sitting there looking like, what was it? Damn, I forgot the dude that was on the Hangout when they had like all those numerical figures and everything going by his face. Like, it's like, wait, hold up, that ain't right, man. What you talking about?
Yeah,
Then he doubled down and was like, see, I never thought I had to explain this to y'all. He was like, a kid born in 2010 is now 2019, so you add the 10 to 9 and equal 19. Simple math. I was like, all
maybe
right,
he
dog.
was just trolling. Maybe
He
he
had
was
to.
trolling.
And I'm hoping so.
Because see, that's again, this is why I said that No Child Left Behind shit don't work. Because some of y'all need Jesus,
Yeah,
and it is so sad.
Yeah, it's just like these ladies who don't understand how helping they dude pay off his back child support could be a benefit to him.
Well, if you don't want the nigga to go to jail, then sure.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're a real woman out here, you'll give part of your taxes, if not all your tax return, to your dude to handle that.
No.
No?
No. See, because here's the thing. Like, I am one of those people where I've told you, like, I've said this on the podcast numerous times. If I am going to date somebody with children, I have no problem with, wanting to bring those kids into the fold and making sure that we have a blended family and, not treating them any differently than I would treat my own children. I simply would not do that. However, I feel like things like you owing back child support is definitely something that you need to take care of, because that preceded you knowing me, and it seems highly irresponsible to me that you were not paying your child support. Additionally, if you owe enough back child support to where it takes my entire tax return to catch you up, then that's a red flag, and that's a concern. That means that you have not been paying your child support for some time, and to me, that is a dereliction of duty. To me, that seems like you don't care about your kids. And people can say what they want about how the child support system is broken and it's flawed, and men shouldn't have to pay to support their children, and women should have to pay to support their children, and blah, 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 blah. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, man. It is my God-given right
here
to go out.
Fuck out of here, because y'all really feel like buying your goddamn kids a pair of shoes every month and taking them to Chuck E. Cheese on one of the 2 weekends that you have them is you being a good parent. Fuck out of here. Kids need shit 24/7, 365, and y'all little some-ass, paltry-ass $200 that you giving that poor woman a month talking about you don't want her to live off you is some old bullshit. Y'all really need to get a fucking grip. I hate that we have to go through this every fucking year, and maybe it's a tangent so y'all can forgive me or y'all can fast forward through this part. I really do not give a fuck, but somebody needs to go ahead and get it straight for y'all.
Man, from what
child support is to support your fucking children. It is not to support your baby mama. It is not for you to feel jealous or upset because she bought a goddamn purse or whatever. Look, whatever she did with the money, if your kids out here wearing nice clothes, nice shoes, they well kept, they go to the doctor, they make good grades, they have all the money they need for whatever the fuck activities they trying to go do, why the fuck do you care?
Because
you niggas don't have nothing else to worry about. You some salty, miserable ass bitches that don't want your goddamn exes to be happy or have anything, regardless of the fact that they have your kids. And I'd be like, y'all wild. Yeah. Some of y'all that are non-custodial parents need to just keep y'all's kids for 3 or 4 months, and I bet you start giving that fucking child support money up with interest when you realize how expensive the motherfucking kids actually are.
Hey, I don't know, man. I was happy to get up when they finally said, I don't know, they did send me something say I owed them $1. I said they really wasted money and tell me I owe a whole $1, huh? It's like, but I ain't gonna lie, when I had my last paper with them, I was like, cool, I'm out this. But
exactly, but you also have custody of your kid.
This is true. But I don't know. See, but I was saying it and of course the people who know me know I was joking, because I was like, I wouldn't tell anybody to foot that bill anyway. But
of course not. It just made me think about the fact that there are people that actually say that shit out of their mouth and fucking are being serious about it. Like, you're a troll, but they're being serious about it.
Yeah, this is true. Just like everybody's favorite holiday to somehow measure your relationship on is coming up.
Oh. Is it Singles Awareness Day already?
Yes, it is. Yeah, people are being put up on notice. I'm sure
Okay.
if you were a dude, you probably already been told that this is your shot. So last chance you. Yeah, this is your last day, dog. You better get it right, otherwise you may be out here on the free market. But
Which I've always thought was interesting, but I do not think that Valentine's Day is a day for men. I think that is steak and blowjob day for y'all the next month.
if they remember, we gotta keep putting that notice out. But
Yeah, I feel like steak and BJ Day is definitely probably. I think they should make that a national holiday. I think you men probably do need a reprieve every now and then because
yeah, see, it would be.
Valentine's Day is some. Well, isn't there Sweetest Day or something? Isn't that in
Is there?
October? There's a day
That,
called Sweetest Day, and that's
sweetest.
supposed to be for like guys, but I do not remember what day Sweetest Day is, but I think it is in the fall.
Yeah, I don't remember. I do know steak and BJ Day though. Now the
I
only
bet
issue
that is.
you
I
will run
bet that
into.
is the one you fucking
Oh
know.
yeah, of course. What is it? March 14th. You right. You know, I send general reminders to her phone and calendar reminders and calendar invites for those for that day.
For that day, so she knows to clear the schedule.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad, honestly. I need to figure out how to implement a wing and cunnilingus day
We ain't
for myself.
Okay. I don't know, man.
For myself, like I don't know if anybody else has to
For you.
participate
Oh,
or celebrate, but I would like to have a hot wings and face riding day.
hey man,
So
shoot for April. We'll just make it a 3-month extravaganza.
so Valentine's Day is whenever you celebrate your love or something or whatever y'all
Mm-hmm.
do. I don't know. I ain't never. I don't know
I
do
never
that.
understood it either, but I was just like,
I don't
hey,
know how to do that. And then steak and BJ Day, and then wings and face riding day.
there you go. Yeah.
I feel we've covered really all the bases here. I don't know how anybody could be mad about that.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. And maybe a plan B day or something like that. I don't know. We'll work on it.
We really are shit. National Plan B Day.
Yeah. Everybody, look. If you not in a real relationship until y'all be like, "Hey, yo, you got $50 on you?" Yeah, man, go ahead and run down to Walgreens, man. You already know what.
Well, I think you can buy Plan B on Amazon.
You can now.
You can also buy birth control pills on there.
Wow, Amazon just in everything, man. For you be able to buy a whole person.
I can't wait. Cannot wait. But just build a bear, but for niggas, yes.
Oh, yeah,
Cannot wait.
it is Valentine's Day. I do have a question though, because
Okay.
I've been in this game almost 10 years. So,
Okay.
from a woman's perspective, does Valentine's Day ever like start getting watered down? Like, is it more important when you first start off, or like more important like towards the middle, or I mean, because I always wonder, like, it seems like it's one of those ones for new relationships. Like, oh, we brand new, let's do something new and exciting because we don't have history yet. But it's like as you get longer in, it's like, it's another day.
But I think that it's one of those things very early. I think it probably means more very early on because you maybe aren't. For instance, if you start dating maybe 2 or 3 months for 2, 3, 4 months before Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. Then you and this person, this is really kind of, you kind of are just now settling into that. If they're trying to be in a relationship with you, you're kind of just settling into that relationship, feeling, kind of comfortable with each other. I don't know, maybe you have or haven't said that you love each other. So it still all feels very fresh and new and like you kind of have to prove your love or, you're in so to celebrate that holiday and you're still in the honeymoon phase, you want to shout your love from the rooftops and, it's like a big deal. And then I think as with most relationships, as time goes on, of course you love each other, but maybe the displays aren't the shout it from the rooftops type of displays at that point. So I think that maybe Valentine's Day doesn't necessarily lose its significance. I think the ways in which we celebrate our love for a person kind of change with the ways in which our relationship grow over time. I don't think that it becomes less important. I think that the emphasis on the type of love kind of changes.
Okay. All right, I can dig it. All right. So I do also want to announcement for all my fellas out here. So we taking back Valentine's Day. So just so you don't feel the pressures of having to get the right gift, you tell your old lady only thing you bring in is a stiff one, and you can dress up for her. So we gonna do the whole Thursday, Wednesday sex type thing too, and see if it holds up.
I don't. I don't think that would work.
You know?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so okay, yeah, we know that's not gonna work. I was about to lie.
Yeah, I know.
I was about to lie. It's not gonna work, and that is unfortunate. But I think that it is just kind of one of those built-in perks to being a woman. For whatever reason, we can just keep dressing the same pussy up in different red and pink and white lacy ass lingerie outfits on Valentine's Day, and y'all keep accepting it as a gift. So I don't know if that just makes us fucking super smart or y'all super stupid. I'm not entirely sure.
See. Y'all dudes out
here. I just don't know if you niggas just love pussy so much that you don't care, or are you just fucking stupid? Like, I haven't figured it out.
Yes.
Yes, correct, girl. You're right.
I mean, look, I don't know how many times I tell you, everything a lot of us do is for that. So it's why you get the nice and fancy dinners. Yeah, we'll go out. I mean, because it was bad that. And I was talking to you about this, or hell, I remember when you even asked me what I wanted for my birthday. I was like, nigga, I don't know. It's like, because me as a guy, I look at it as there's nothing I can want from someone else that I can't just go out and get, if that's what I want. So I've always had issues maybe accepting gifts from people like that. So I was like, I don't really know what I want from you. You just surprise me. It doesn't matter.
Which, generally speaking, I think that is why you and I get along. We have similar personalities. Because I, too, am one of those people where if you ask me what it is that I want, I can only generally tell you things that I enjoy or like, but I can't be like, yeah, get me X, Y, Z. Because in my mind, why would I tell you to go get me something that I could just go to the store and get myself?
Yeah, exactly.
Which, I mean, obviously defeats the purpose of a gift, and obviously you can go get it yourself, but you should just appreciate that someone's willing to spend their money instead of yours. Mm. So, I guess our very belated New Year's resolution is to accept gifts better.
I don't know. It was
the New Year's resolutions that we didn't keep. We're just gonna try to accept gifts better this year.
There's a lot of pressure with gift giving because now because you ever had someone give you a gift and you didn't really know them like that or like them like that, so now you feel the pressures to do the same when they birthday or something of equal importance comes up for them?
No.
Okay.
No. But I also am one of those people, if someone gives me a gift and I do not like them in a way that would prompt me to be like, this is a burden to then give them a gift, then I probably wouldn't accept it. I'd be like, I can't keep this, thank you.
It's kind of like buying rounds, and someone say, oh man, I got you this round. You're like, all right, I know I got to get the next one now because I can't beat that dude.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. That does make sense.
Yeah.
It absolutely does. Yeah. I don't know. What do you? Like I told. I in a group chat with some friends, and it's a mixed group chat, girls and guys, and we're having a conversation about Valentine's Day. I was asking the girls. I was like, hey, everybody's address is still the same because I normally send my close gal pals a Valentine's Day gift. Valentine's Day gift.
Whack.
For the gals. Woo woo, Valentine's.
You're so lame. No,
yes, I am lame, but I'm also, a single gal out here that wants the people in my life to feel loved and important and special. So if that means I got to send them out a corny ass gift so that they do, I don't give a fuck. I'm corny ass bitch anyway. So it is what it is. I'll be that all day, every day. But, the guys in the group were like, "Oh, so you're not getting us gifts?" And I said, "It's Galentine's. I don't care what you do. I'm not getting you any. I was like, I don't give gifts to dicks that I'm not able to enjoy. Sorry.
That's hard.
Except for like my dad and like my godson, but I just don't, because here's the thing with men, like giving a man a gift and not being romantically involved with him gives off the impression in a man's mind that you want to be romantically involved.
That's true. I think usually if it's someone I've never I have yet to venture with, but like that, Then I'm be like, oh, she trying to
Yeah,
campaign. Okay, all right.
yeah, that it definitely presents the wrong idea. So I just would never do that unless we were like unless we had a platonic friendship. I could probably get you a Valentine's Day gift if you weren't married.
I mean, I'll take candy, nigga. I mean, shit.
But your wife can buy you candy. I'm just saying. Like if you didn't like if we
I
were
can
both.
take extra candy. I mean, is there a cap on
I
candy that I
mean,
don't know about?
what kind of candy do you want? Oh my God, you worrisome nigga.
I'm just saying, like, don't put it out there and be like, oh, well, if
Well,
these
what kind of candy do
circumstances
you
weren't
want?
there, yeah,
What
yeah.
kind of candy do you want? Do you want some candy? Your wife can't buy you no candy.
No, she can. It's just cool.
Okay, well I'm
And then
just
also
saying.
be a backup in case I don't get any. But yeah, I'll go ahead and take some Godiva chocolate. You know, I'm fancy and I got a fancy taste palette, so I can't accept none
Fucking
of these.
bougie nigga off this goddamn podcast. I quit. Cut the mics. I don't fucking do this one. Bougie nigga.
I
You
mean,
want some
I am gonna say this
chocolate?
though. When are we gonna
Which they
stop?
had. They used to have champagne truffles at the Godiva store. Them was some fucking. Listen. All right, be done slap my grandma to have
Hey,
some.
that shit hella expensive, but you be like, man, I don't know why I went and spend $20 on candy and then you eat it. You be like, man, this shit actually kind of fire.
I wish I had 20 more to spend
Yeah.
on it.
But let's also discuss this. How some Valentine's Day candy is like god awful.
Those chalky ass candy hearts.
I heard they didn't make any this year, huh?
Well, I feel like if you eat those, it probably gives you like whatever the equivalent of like lead poisoning is for like chalk.
I can see that.
I feel like it's kind of like that. Like they quit making certain toys and shit and paints because they had lead in them. I feel like that's the candy hearts. Like they somehow figured out that they give you like asbestos or some shit.
we've been eating paint chips. That's what
Yeah, they actually ground up paint chips that had lead in them that were then compacted with like leftover fucking stale Smarties from Easter and then made into fucking candy hearts and packaged and sold to us as candy.
hilarious. Now, I mean, so I used to be the one. I used to feel awful. So I used to accept the candy back in the day, but then I'll be the one to go and like take a bite out of everyone, and then you get that weird feeling. You're like, I don't want that one.
Oh yeah, when they make like the sampler boxes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm one of those people where I only buy the sampler boxes where you look on the back and it tells you what's in the squares. And then you like look and you like have to and then you like do it like cost analysis and you're like, how many of these would I actually eat versus the price of this? Is there $20 worth of chocolates in here that I would actually eat? No? Okay, let me move on to a different one. And then they started making them where they had samplers where it was like only certain types of candy. Like I like the ones that were like the caramel and the ones with like the nuts in them. Yeah. And they started making a sampler that was all like the nut ones. And they make a sampler that was all like the cream ones. And I was like, oh, see, y'all realized that motherfuckers was not trying to eat $40 worth of buy $40 worth of candy to eat 3 candies.
Mm-mm. But yeah, I mean, that's why I used to. I never liked Valentine's Day candy unless it was, just buy me like one of those giant Snicker bars or a symphony bar or something like that. Keep it simple.
Just buy one item. Don't buy me a mixed bag of shit that you wouldn't eat, and neither would I.
Now I ain't gonna lie. I remember one time I catch myself kind of be a little fancy, and also I enjoy it because the lady she worked with kind of got a little salty. So I got her the whole little bouquet of flowers and all that stuff sent to her job. And then I got it sent at the time where this woman that she was beefing with was there. Just so she can have something else to brag about in her face. Yeah, I even help my old lady be petty sometimes,
And I appreciate that because a couple that petties together stays together, honestly.
Exactly. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's really it. That's really the mark of it. Which is why you and I get along. We aren't even a couple, but we manage to just be petty and ain't shit together, and it makes our podcast stronger.
There you go. That's right. So I guess another thing I ran into let me switch gears. Did you see the not line, okay, here we go. The Aladdin trailer?
So Will Smith looks like a fucking Avatar character.
Yeah. Also, he looks like something that will haunt your dreams. Like, can you just imagine waking up and all of a sudden the blue face is in your, right there?
It just the Fresh Prince of Baghdad. I'm so so bad.
See,
Oh
first of
God
all,
damn. It
why are
was
we
so bad.
why are we still letting Disney hustle out these same old stories and telling us it's
Cause
new?
cause nostalgia and we love it. And then, and then you think about it, like realistically, Disney is taking a lot of these shows and these movies off streaming platforms and stuff. And so for people that have kids, it's not like, unless they had it on VHS or something, then it's something that their kids have never seen. So for them, they get to live a little piece of their childhood over again, but it's something they also get to experience with their children. So I think that's what they bank on, the fact that they are bringing in a completely new audience of people, but these audiences of people that they're bringing in they're also going to get ticket sales from their grown ass parents who just want to relive their childhood. It's not, with some of these other ones where they're not, movie remakes, a lot of people are just taking their kids to the movies because their kids want to go to the movies, not because they have any legit interest in what the movie is. But with these remakes, it definitely has a sense of nostalgia where the parents also want to see it and go see it on their own and maybe go again without their kids.
Oh man,
So I think it's just a different feel, which is unfortunate that they're able to, collect that much of our money. But
hey, the hustle is strong in them because that's when they used to always put up those movies in the quote unquote vault and did not release that shit until like 10 years later.
right, that's exactly what it is.
Oh man, but most likely I'll be in there to see a Thug's Tale because that's all Aladdin is about, really.
Listen, I just want to. Okay, so it really. I just don't understand why he didn't just like sell drugs. Like to me,
He really was. Aladdin was a hustler on the streets, man. I'm just saying.
it was like one dice game away from being a completely different movie.
Exactly. I mean, think about white. Look at it. He always had to watch his back. He had to steal to make things make ends meet. He had the feds after him. All that stuff. It all adds up.
It just, listen, I agree.
See?
But I'll tell you what does not add up.
Oh.
let me just tell you that. Let me tell you what does not add up. Let's talk about that. Let's see what does not add up. So Fox News is out here, once again, just bringing us closer and closer to the apocalypse.
Hey, best news source ever.
Yeah, fair and balanced. Damn right.
Yeah, exactly.
So this past Sunday on Fox and Friends, one of their contributors, a man by the name of Pete Hegseth, he said that he hasn't washed his hands in years, leading to various discussions around personal hygiene, and to which he says, I quote, I inoculate myself. Germs are not a real thing. I can't see them. Therefore, they're not real, end quote. Mm-hmm. So apparently, according to this white man on Fox News, because, great, fair, and balanced news source, hand washing is not needed because germs are not real.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's been nothing but a conspiracy theory from the man. See, it all started with MLK. And, he was out here trying to preach, equality and shit like that. And then they want to bring up this whole thing about space and germs and the moon.
Balderdash.
Yeah, exactly. They can't prove to me germs exist. Actually,
by no damn.
But,
But fake news. Fake news.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, just because you can prove it don't mean it's true. I've heard that before.
It's made up. It's made up by the liberal agenda to have us afraid of germs and to make us all wash our hands. And I hope that the next time he goes out to dinner, whoever is preparing his food wipes their ass and the tissue is one ply and the wetness from their ass gets on their hands and they don't wash it because germs are not a real thing and he gets fucking E. coli. So that stupid bitch.
Wait, so this man, I'm just thinking about it. So this dude really out here with the dookie fingers?
He said he doesn't wash his hands. So I'm just like, what is he using? Hand sanitizer and a napkin?
I mean, look,
It's just so gross. And in every setting and application I can possibly think of in which you definitely need to be washing your hands, and to know that he is not, like, I could not see him in the bathroom. Like, after that, I would not shake his hand. He could not touch anything that he was giving me. Like, that is disgusting.
I've seen plenty of people. I remember one time they had to go in, light it up, flush, and walk away. And I was like, this man really did not do anything, right? And these are grown people. How you a grown ass person and don't know how to keep your hygiene up?
I don't. It's a terrible, terrible situation.
That's like that story. Was it Kev on stage brought up about a woman talking about she only take 2 showers. She only bathe twice a week. Yeah.
What is she conserving water, or what is she?
Man, I have no idea. Okay, so this was her story. It was on Facebook, I believe. All right, so she said, let's be honest for a second because I'm curious. My husband makes fun of me because, well, first of all, she married. Dude, you hard.
Well, she probably took showers more. She probably took showers more before that.
Probably. He said, because I don't shower very often, probably maybe twice a week. I don't wear makeup or anything but coconut oil on my hair and skin. Don't really do anything to get dirty. I don't smell. I have thick curly hair, so showering is just a huge hassle, and I'd rather not. That being said, how often do you guys shower? I was like, I hope she's talking about just shower in general, and she takes baths instead, something like that.
No,
because I think if you only shower twice,
I think she's legitimately saying she only showers twice a week. And here's the thing about having curly hair: every black woman in the history of black women knows what it is like to have to shower and you not want to either get your hair wet because, one, you have straight hair and you do not want it to curl back up, or you have curly hair that is a pain in the ass and you do not want to wash it. However, bitch, that is what a shower cap is for. It never in the history of hairdom has somebody given a lamer excuse as to why they do not bathe. I don't bathe because I don't want to have to deal with my hair.
Look,
if you don't put that shit in a ponytail holder and keep it out the water.
And if you can't afford a shower cap, last time I checked, go grab one of them Albertson bags, HEB bag. Don't matter. Just wrap it up. That's it.
Once again, how you a grown ass adult and you don't know how to shower and not get your head wet?
Look, from what I'm getting, being an adult is tough. It's hard out here. Nobody give you any rules.
Okay, well, being an adult is not. There's things on the adulting spectrum that's so far at the minimum end that literally is not on the spectrum. Like, nothing about adulting means being able to shower correctly. That's some shit that's on like the kid spectrum. That's on like the 6-year-old spectrum. I know 6-year-olds who can shower and not get their hair wet.
Yeah. I mean, that's what teaching does, but
my cousin's daughter does it all the time. Hops her ass right on in the fucking shower, bathes, comes out with it fairly dry hair. Like, she's 6, obviously the water, the little spout, the little shower spout is a little high. Sometimes it gets a little damp, but it's no worse for the wear. She's not coming out there with her hair soaked through looking like a fucking drowned rat. So obviously, girl just does not want to bathe.
That's what it sounds like. She was trying to make every reason why she didn't need to wash it.
And she just really just is a gross bitch who needs to take back.
That must mean her shit smell like Ground Zero. That shit smell like a vinegar factory.
She just sitting there in her juices all day. Even if you don't do anything, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, because you have it in underwear and pants. So even if you aren't doing anything, your body does sweat a little.
That's what I'm saying. You have it. Unless you just free catting it, which I can't knock it. But I don't care who you are. Your thighs rub together. Yeah, free catting it. Last time I checked, everybody's thighs rub. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know, man. Because
I've never heard that shit in my black ass life.
You haven't? Oh, shit. You can borrow it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna use it forever. Thank you. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm good now.
I was just saying that even in that case, I don't care who you are, your thighs rub, which that's friction. So you gonna cause some kind of distress down there. That's all I'm saying. Regardless.
It's like, dude, like you come over, like you pull your dick out your drawers, like it's been in there all day. Like it's not. You're telling me your balls aren't a little sweaty, like a little.
See. First of all,
like I'm not saying you have to have an odor they stink, but just a little sweat.
Yeah,
like come
sure.
on, like a little bit at least.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, but see, with I don't know, dudes are disrespectful like that too. I'm sure a lot of them come straight from an outdoor job, be like, "Yeah, girl, you gonna get down on this?" Like, nigga, you just been sweating all kind of shit, got swallows and everything. You really finna ask her to do that? Hey, that's what you doing? Oh man,
Oh Jesus,
people are complicated, man. Just
yeah.
like I guess you want to talk about this whole situation? This guy that was looking for advice about him and his old lady.
Oh Jesus, the broke one or the one with the small dick?
Yeah, like roll both of them in there. The small, hey, look.
Okay, well let's start. Let's start with small penis guy. Let's just get the worst out the way, Lord. I guess. So there was a Reddit submission, and a girl was saying that she was maybe 27 years old, and the husband was probably a little bit older, maybe like 33 or 34. And they just got back from their honeymoon, and she says that basically they dated for 6 months, I think, and then got married maybe at the year and a half mark they got married. But up until that point they had kissed and stuff, but he said that he wanted to wait it until they got married to have sex. Mm-hmm. So she had not felt his package, she had not touched it, she had not seen it out of his pants, nothing. And so they go on their honeymoon, and she realizes that his penis is very, very small, and it is not doing anything for her. Now, she does not go into detail, so the joke was that it was a micro penis, but she did not specify that specifically. But she did, in not in so many words, she did imply that it was very, very small to the point of kind of being difficult to have sex. And she was saying that she felt like maybe he deceived, like she said that she was not necessarily upset. Okay, so I guess I shouldn't even say that. I think she was saying that it was just really, really small. So I think that maybe she was saying that she was unsatisfied. Not that it was a micro penis, just that she was unsatisfied.
He could hit the bottom. We feel that.
Okay, and so then she goes on to say, is she wrong for feeling deceived, and what should she do?
Well, first of all, you can't feel deceived because last time I checked, women have exactly almost 1,001 ways to find out what size you are without even having to see it.
Well, not even that, because I'm honestly, look, I was going to try to say something cute, but honestly, I'm a proponent of, we got to test drive the car before we buy. We got to sample the milk before we buy the cow.
Would you move into a house without seeing it?
I mean, people do that stupid shit all the time, but then you have to pull the walls out and then find out you got fucking lead pipes and a goddamn cracked ass foundation. You got problems. Exactly. So the best thing I can liken it to is, girl, when you go to the grocery store and you buy eggs, do you not open the motherfuckers to make sure you don't have cracked eggs?
Look, I'll put it like this. Even if you not having sex, y'all better test the merchandise somehow. Hey, last time I checked,
I know people that don't have sex, but they might, pet or, they make out or like rub on it, but they're not, having sex. And so to me,
I'm not
it's
mature
just like
enough for that shit.
So I was like, I just don't know any. I mean, which some people are very, very. I'm sorry, religious or whatever, and so they don't do any touching. But nothing in it made it sound like he was overly religious or she was either. So look, I don't know.
Last time
that's
I
some
checked,
strange shit. I don't even.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I said, yeah. At last I checked, it just seemed like a bunch of strangeness was going on for her not to know that his dick was that small.
Okay, I remember how I got sized up. I remember vividly. So I went and hung out with Alicia. We were just kicking it. And I think y'all ladies do this on purpose. Like if someone's staying the night or y'all just chilling, y'all kind of intentionally kind of put your butt on him and hope he turns, if he's laying like towards you and y'all kind of do the whole little, feel type thing. But that's how I got felt up unknowingly. And I was like, oh, okay, she got me. It's all good. Oh, madam, we don't have outside commentators on this. If you would like to comment, please actually send a message and send an email and let me know.
At least get in front of the mic so I can hear what you're saying.
You want to hear it? Okay, come here, Alicia. No, come on.
Come here.
All right, y'all, come on. Y'all get to hear my old lady tell this whole story that all these this false news that she want to put out here. But go ahead.
For one, it wasn't false news or fake news. You were called over to be a booty call because my friend Georgina was like, hey, yo, what about that Q dude that you had got his number? I was like, you were fucking right, bitch. And I had to dig in my backpack and find your number. But I found it. And then I called you over. And you came over like really, really, really fast.
Yeah, we go at the
like really fast. And then I get out the shower. Like, wasn't even in the whole 15 minutes. I get out. And there you are knocking on the door. My roommates are like, hey, there's a guy here for you. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then, I had to ride with you to go get, who was there? Raquel from work. I thought you were going to kidnap me, but you didn't. Instead, you picked up the Boondocks DVDs and we went back to my apartment. And then we proceeded to watch the Boondocks. And then you got my booty. And then when I was like, yo, so what you about to do? You was like, man, I'm staying the night. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
First of all, let me add some amendments.
She tried to kick your motherfucking ass out, and you was like, "No, girl, I'm yours forever."
Okay, no. So, okay, let me add some details here because she kind of skipped over some parts. First of all, you get anywhere in Beaumont in less than 10 minutes. So let's just be honest. And number 2 is exactly what I told her verbatim.
Get the fuck out.
No, this is what I told her because we were both still at Lamar. It was 3:00 in the morning. I said, look, I'm not driving all the way on back to my spot. I'm gonna just stay here. You can forget about me in the morning, but that's a long drive and then turn around and come back because she stayed right next to campus. That's what happened. She basically like, I'm just trying to just shack up with her. Here we go.
It's okay, baby brother. It is okay that you had to pop that dick for real, bitch, and she wanted you to get the fuck out of the house. It is okay. See, you done told everybody now. We done all heard it.
Hey, I wouldn't have minded that. See,
it's okay.
See, we also got to talk.
You popped that dick for a real bitch, and then a real bitch tried to put you out, and you wouldn't leave. That's really it. And honestly, she better than me because I'd have made your black ass leave. 3, 4, 5, 12 would have made me a bit of fucking difference. Bitch, you don't live here. What bill you pay here? Get the fuck up out of here.
Hey man, I'll leave some on the nightstand. Just let me hit the couch because that's I'm just saying, man. That's the only reason I said it though. Because I'm like, man. I mean, I had to drive all the way back, take a nap, and come all the way back. And I said, I ain't doing that.
You be all right.
Now I got a little bit more game in that though, so you know.
Sometimes in life we have to do things that are hard. We persevere and we grow as people. It's fine. You got over that. But it's all right. I'm glad, but I'm glad that she let you spend the night or whatever, and the rest is history. And now, I have my beautiful extended family, and my birthday twin. So it's cool. It worked out,
All right. Yeah, I know I'm here for that one. But it's all good. Yeah, it's right. I said, I'm staying here. Now what? No, I'm staying.
That ain't what. He ain't said that to girl. I don't know why he even on here playing. Anyway, but I was going to say this. Little micro penis man or whatever. He's a Decepticon. Here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I think that as a man, which obviously I do not have a penis, But I think it is one of those things where, as a man, if your dick is small or not.
This is true.
Like I mean, and here's the thing. Like, men will say, well, I don't measure it. I don't know how big it is. I don't know. Compare. But we all watch porn. We all watch porn. We all, whatever. I just feel like over the course of having sex and whatever contact you have with sexual, whatever, whether or not your dick is big or not. You just know.
It's not like you saying you gotta come with the King Kong Bundy, but if she said you couldn't even really do anything with it though, that's pretty damn small.
Yes, that's like but that's what I'm saying. I think you have to know that is the case. And so I understand why she feels deceived, because now she is married to this person, and that is something that should have been disclosed early on, especially if it is small to the point of being a micro penis, because that is my understanding that sometimes that can lead to medical problems and issues with fertility and being able to conceive children. So, I mean, in some ways, it's almost fraudulent.
Hey, so I'm all for shit. She better go out there and get an old.
Yeah, I really think that she could. She probably could make a very good case for getting her marriage annulled. But I think that she also, it seemed like maybe she was just venting. I don't think that she wanted someone to come back and be like, "Hey, get your marriage annulled." I think that in her mind, she just wanted to vent to somebody about her feelings, about feeling deceived. And I think honestly that was fair. I think it was fair of her to feel deceived.
Well, what do you do from there though? Because it ain't gonna get bigger.
It's not, but maybe I don't know, but maybe you have a conversation and you bring some toys into the bedroom, or some moves. You look up some moves for people with small penises or something. I figure if you really, really love a person, you find a way to make it work, but you do not deceive somebody about something like that as a means in which to keep them from leaving the relationship.
Man, she got to buy a nigga a strap on. That's all it is. That's the only thing I can tell.
It's gonna be hollow, stick his dick inside of it.
That's it. That's the only way y'all gonna make it, man. But hey, it goes to say, I firmly believe this. Y'all can disagree with me. We can argue about it. But if you are a dude with a small one or a lack of average income, you are out of here. You ain't gonna make it.
No. Well. And then to switch gears,
there you go.
To switch gears, I do think that as a man, sometimes you guys kind of get a rough go of it as far as what your contributions are to your relationships. I think that it's one of those things where, unfortunately, you either got to have some good dick or you got to have some money. And when you don't have good dick nor good money, it gets very rough out here for y'all.
She gonna have zero patience for you.
Yeah, it's very ugly. So, someone posted this on Twitter. I believe it is at BKF University, and posted this. And it comes from a Facebook post called Riley's Relationship Talk, so that I credit the people that this came from. Okay. So it says, "I need some advice. My wife brings home at least $5,000 a month. I bring in close to $800 a month. She wants me to help with the bills. I keep food in the house and make sure our 5 kids have what they need. After I take care of the kids and my personal responsibilities, she still wants me to help on the bills. She makes more than enough. Am I tripping, or should I just hand my check over?"
All right. Here's my thoughts. It's probably going to sound sexist. That's fine. I'll accept that. But more and more evidence leads to it. And we can, like I said, we can debate it later. I don't know any woman. Well, I would say this. I know few women who are willing to put up with a guy or live with a guy if he makes under half of what she makes and brings it to the home. Minimum. And it's just, it is kind of one of those double standards. And I'll agree, hey, it exists. And what I mean by that is, when you do hear a situation, like we as guys, and kind of going with what we say and what we were willing to accept, yeah, I mean, we're a little slow sometimes. We will pick up a woman who ain't got no dime to her name. If she bad, we'll take her home. And she exists in the home, and that's it. And you may not even ask her for nothing. You don't even, clean the house if that. But other than that, you ain't gonna ask for too much from her. In the reverse, I don't know a situation where a woman will pick up a dude off the streets because he's gorgeous.
As I have told y'all on numerous occasions, I do not believe in letting any motherfucker into your house that you can claim as a dependent on your taxes that is not a goddamn child. So that is man or woman. I contend with that all the time. I have told y'all on multiple occasions that my pussy is not a fucking soup kitchen. Do not come there looking for a free meal.
What about charitable work? Can we write off his charity work?
I don't. It's a fucking tax. It's a fucking tax write-off. I don't want shit. I don't need. If you can claim the person on your fucking taxes as a fucking charitable donation as a dependent, then I'm not interested at all. I don't need that type of drama in my life. I don't need that type of stress.
I think you should be able to claim bad sex as charitable donations. But go ahead.
Indeed, we'll work on that for next year.
Yeah.
But I just do not see the point in that. But I do feel like what I found very interesting about this post is that he says I, and she, but he says that they are married. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that should not be I or she or me. It should be we. And so, technically speaking, if you are really committed to your marriage, which, okay, honestly, everyone does their shit differently. Mm-hmm. But I just am one of those people where I just feel like, okay, well, it's not you make $5,000 and she makes $5,000, you make $800. It's y'all bring $5,800 home.
Yeah.
And y'all are paying y'all's bills. Now, I do get where maybe sometimes ego plays into that and him making $800 and wanting to be able to keep a little money for himself. But I am also one of those people where I feel like equitably, if a person, so quick background, when I was married, there was a spell where my ex-husband made more money than me, mm-hmm. but we still paid bills. We split everything 50-50 regardless. And so that would really leave me kind of in a bind paying things 50-50 because that left me with really like no money left over. But then he'd have money to kind of fuck off and do whatever he wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And so I think that the idea should be ideally, or maybe it's just me, I think ideally the idea should be that, you're contributing based on the amount of money that you make. I'm not saying that one person should, be paying all the bills, but I also don't want it to, I don't think that if y'all are really committed to your marriage and trying not to have finances be a fight, that you also put your spouse in a bind to where they couldn't even go have a dinner with friends if they wanted to because all their money is going into the household.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest issue is that a lot of times, and this is why I say partnerships in general work better if people are near equal playing field. And that's finance. So you'll say if you bring 35, I bring 32, it's near each other. So there's not much disparity between there. If you bring in 65 and I'm bringing in 1,200, you're going to look at me, and it's right, wrong, or different. You're going to look at me like I'm kind of a waste of space. Like, nigga, what is you really doing out here?
Because I feel like it's one of those things where it does not feel like equitable contribution, right? Yeah. Because if I am, regardless, man or woman, if you were paying all the bills and this person's only contribution is, okay, well, I make sure the kids have what they need and I put in the groceries. Well, reasonably speaking, if you're bringing home $800 a month for 5 children, you really are not actually, based on the information he is given, at $800 a month, if you are putting food in the house, you cannot be using that money to take care of the children in any meaningful way. Not 5 kids.
You buy them underwear.
I mean, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? That's not me being shady. That's not me being funny. That's not me calling him a bad parent. I'm just saying, reasonably speaking, if you make $800 a month and you have 5 kids, you are either very sparingly buying groceries or there are some things that they are going without. Like, I just don't see it.
Man, he might be.
And that is not to be funny. That is just me being real about it.
He might be a routine Sam's Club shopper. I don't know. Buy bulk.
I mean, but even buying bulk, like, you know what I'm saying? That's not a $100 trip to Sam's Club is nothing. You didn't come away with much.
Nah, not really.
So I'm just saying, you're $800 a month. Yes, I'm saying $800 a month. That's the entirety of his check. So I'm just saying, if we for five, okay, well, there's 5 kids and 2 of them. So you're buying groceries for 7 people, and you mean to tell me that half your check is not going to those groceries?
Yeah,
400. I mean, $400 of that is going to groceries alone. So what? So that's not even $100 per kid for the month. They don't need to go to the doctor. They don't have braces. They don't have school activities. I don't
see,
see it. I don't
see,
see it. And I'm
I,
not calling him a liar. I'm not calling him a bad parent. I just feel like the $5,000 that his wife is bringing in is going to supplement that too. And that is why she's like, you need to put in more money.
yeah,
Because it sounds to me like whatever he is contributing, he's also keeping part of his check for himself, which I understand. But she was like, nah, B, because I'm also over here supplementing the stuff that you swear you're taking care of.
exactly. And I have no issues with that. And I guess more context is needed too, because I was like, did she just recently get $5,000, or she knew this dude was only making 800 and she said that's cool? So I guess there's more story that needs to be brought up. Because I was like, if he was one of those ones and she was like, hey, you making that, that's fine, I can live with it. Then I'm like, coming back and complain about it.
Yeah, you
You
can't
know,
really complain after the fact. Now, it could be that maybe at some point they were making equal amounts of money and then she
and
got
she
a
had to
raise
cover
or
it.
a different job. And so then it became an issue of, okay, well, you are not looking to improve. Because I think that is also what happens a lot of times. Like, $800 a month is probably fine for one person in the year 2005.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, at that age, when we were that age or whatever, and we were making, $810, was that like $10 an hour or some shit? So
Shit, I
that
felt
sounds
like
like
I
right
was
about.
balling.
I was like, yeah, that sounds like about $10 an hour.
Mhm.
Give or take, maybe a little bit more, but yeah, I mean, but yeah, at the time it felt like a lot of money because it's just you, so you feel like I'm doing good. I'm paying bills. I got a little left. A little for my little apartment. You feel like you're doing good, but you can't. I don't know, because even looking at the comments that people were leaving, they were just like, $800. Why doesn't he try to find another job? Like, I'd be looking for a second job.
And see, and another thing is, I don't want to just dismiss it like that, because I don't know if I don't know what his skill set is or what he's capable of getting or how he's marketing
I mean,
himself or whatever. Um,
and they also didn't say, what his non-monetary contributions are to the household. Because if he's saying the kids have everything they need, he may be very well, working this job, and then he's coming, making sure they get picked up from school and taking them to whatever they need to go to, and making sure they have meals and do. I mean, it's he did not give context in the ways in which I say continually, it saddens me that a lot of times men's contributions to their households always have to be monetary.
it's financial, man. That's all,
And anytime it's not financial or they're not, the breadwinners, then for some reason they lose respect in their households as if their contributions can't be non-monetary. Like there
well,
are men who, that are stay-at-home dads. There are men who, are the ones that are doing the brunt of the parenting because their wives have high-powered jobs. And these men are looked at as less than, and it's unfortunate because I do think that you can contribute many things to your home and to the well-being and the fullness of the life that your family's living that don't involve money.
see, I think what happens, and this is just my opinion of it, and I remember this is something I had to work with too, but I think a lot what happens is the person who makes the majority, especially if you're getting to that 5,000, 6,000, 8,000 range, you're looking at that person and their quote unquote I guess say quote unquote their contributions, even non-monetarily, as, hey, I could pay somebody to do that. I could pay for a maid service. I could pay for daycare. If that's all you have to bring, then I can supplement that with services, which is not is messed up to think about it. But I think that's just kind of how our mindset is nowadays. It's like, look, I can supplement that, and the money I'm paying for you just to exist in the house, I can take that and then transfer that to having someone else come in and do it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's fucked up when you think about it, though. You like, God damn, shit. But I think that's how some people look at it. It's like, look, if you were to leave, the show don't stop. If I were to, you gotta take a step back.
But but then that's true. But then I also look at it as, isn't that how you would want things to be regardless. I think we always do this thing like we were talking about last episode about people talking about what do you bring to the table. Well, I mean, ideally with anybody, you wouldn't want it to be an issue of dependency for either of you.
You would think
The
so.
ideal situation would be where if something happened to either one of you, one monkey would not stop the show, because even if you necessarily fall apart or you're not on bad terms, what if one of you dies or gets injured to the point where they can't work?
I think this is another
Like
thing.
that is the empirical example of one monkey not stopping a show. So in either case, the other person ought to be able to make it shake. So him making $800 a month and that not covering his expenses should be enough for him to be like, okay, well, I need to either one, be looking for a different job, or two, I need to be looking for something that makes more money. And that's if the roles were reversed, which, like you were saying, unfortunately, because of the double standards that we live with, probably wouldn't be a problem. If it was a woman making $800, nobody would bat an eye.
Because I think what happens is people are willing to accept if a woman wants to be independent. If she chooses to be independent, it is okay.
Because for so long, women had no choice.
Yeah, if he chooses to be
that
independent,
is the traditional view. Yeah.
If he chooses to be independent, he's lazy, no good, he ain't shit, so on and so forth. And he may be, he may not be. He may really be doing the best he can. But sometimes the best you can ain't enough, unfortunately.
That's true. And the main reasons that people's marriages fall apart are finances, infidelity, and differences in child rearing.
That's all facts. So, fellas, only thing I can say is, not saying stick to your income bracket, but I mean,
just make sure that if shit goes left, you can handle what you need to handle.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's it. And that's on both sides. Like, don't be the one caught slipping if some shit really does happen and you have to pick up the slack. You don't want to have to be like, okay, well, we got to be destitute until I find another job to pick up the slack.
Hey, but if she bad though, I understand. What? It's true. I mean, hey.
So because she a bad bitch, it's cool for her to bring home it's cool for her to have 5 of your babies and bring home $800.
I'm just saying that you're probably a little bit more inclined to put up with her $800.
So if you was married to Lala and Lala had $800, you would be like, okay, girl, it's fine, because it's cool, because you're a Lala.
Depends on when you catch me. If it were, I'll put like this. If it were Kyla Pratt, I would put up with it. I'd be like, you know what, Kyla, don't worry about it, girl. We gonna be all right.
You know what? Honestly, same, but Rihanna.
See, there you go. There's certain people you're willing to, let them slide. You like, look, you know what? Take the time you need. I know you're just really trying to out here better yourself. I know you're on your 15th degree, and that's cool.
Rihanna could get 27 degrees if that bitch wanted to get a degree in scuba diving while knitting fucking cat sweaters.
Yeah.
I would be like, you the baddest cat sweater knitting ass bitch I have ever met in my life. I know you had a rough day of fucking picking yarn, sis, and I know I worked 16 hours, but let me draw you a bath.
Yeah. As long as you still letting me do the things I like to do with you, we gonna be all right.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
That's why I don't ever tell any woman. I'm like this. I'm not saying a woman was not willing to date a guy who makes less money, but I'm gonna say if you
we do it all the time. They just got fantastic dick. I just said you couldn't. What did I say at the beginning of this? You got to pick a fucking struggle. You can't be a horrible fuck and be poor. Exactly. Like, you got to pick a struggle.
That's why I don't tell people about their relationships, man. Sis, I ain't telling. Hey, look, if you enjoy what he do to you, I can't say nothing. Same thing with you, homie.
Sometimes. Listen, if a nigga, honestly, that's why they be having dependents sleeping on their couch and shit and be running their pussy like a soup kitchen, because that nigga be in there fucking cracking their back like a motherfucking glow stick.
Clapping cheeks and everything.
Clapping their cheeks like the most thunderous of applause. Right. So listen, if that's what you got going and it makes you feel happy enough that man make $800 a month, then I don't give a fuck either, girl. Because honestly, if a nigga was cracking my back like a glow stick every day or every other day, I might be inclined to let him make $800 too.
Yeah, it's the least you can do.
The least I can do. He's provided me with a service, and I feel like that service is worth at least $400. So I feel like he's really bringing in, $1,200.
There you go. See?
Boom. I'm soft. Not really,
Oh,
but you know,
I know.
I'm being facetious, but you know, you know what I mean. Kind of like it at least relieves the tension, so I don't feel as bad about the
Yeah.
fact that you bring home 800. There you go. It makes me feel slightly better about the fact that you bring home 800.
Exactly. That's all I don't know why people don't. It's like getting a bonus. You know you don't like your job, but at the end of the year bonus, you're like, you know what? I think I could. I think I could manage a couple more months until I get mad.
So I get tired of this shit. I'm like, fuck you. It's why you don't. It's why you a broke bitch. It's why you a broke nigga.
That's why you ain't shit. I don't even know why I keep fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Cause y'all got 5 kids. That's why.
Basically, hey, this is my last. Let's say you have 5 kids. Y'all been in it for a minute.
Yeah, this was like she had to know. She must be. As to say, in my mind, they had those 5 kids together, and she had to be making less money at the time they got married. And something has changed, and now she is making more money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't act brand new just because you got that new degree and you finally, the state finally called you. Stop playing.
They finally put you on.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You stop, man. But we gonna leave it right there, man. Where can folks find you and show Twitter and all that stuff?
Okay. The people can find the show's Twitter. It is at chopping it up _pod. Don't put a G on the chopping. That's chopping in. We're doing nigga shit in. No G. Yeah.
I like to dabble in niggatry from time to time.
We do, but you know, Hogwarts School of Niggatry. We like it. A bitchcraft and niggatry.
There you go.
Yeah, buddy, that's us. Let's see. You can find me on Twitter as well. It's at BJ_Burton. That is also my IG handle. On Snapchat, it is Meek B. Trying to think if there's anything else. You guys have been not forthcoming with us. I don't think you love us. You do not want to tell us your dating stories, and it makes me deeply sad. So if you do have dating stories that you would like to share with us, you can DM the show's Twitter. You can DM Q or I, or I guess you can email the show. I do not know what the show's email is. Q can tell you that. Because he made it something long and complicated that I can't remember.
What?
So there's that. But yeah, those are the places you can find me. Q, where can the people find you?
Yes, I am at _Q_the_great. That's Twitter as well as on Instagram. I actually been back on Twitter the last few days, just trolling people in my, doing what I do. If you do want to hit us up and you want the email, it is choppingitupwq.podcast@gmail.com. Again, choppingitupwq.podcast@gmail.com. And also I want to give a shout out to Lord Penniless with the really, really dope show podcast. He had me on last week, and I got to tell everybody how back in my day I was an ethical F-boy. So I got a few stories I tell on there, and it's just a little insight of who I am and or was. I ain't that dude no more. I've grown. Somewhat. At least I like to believe so.
Well, you guys should check out that episode that features Q. I did an episode of Love, Lust, and Badass Soul. That as a podcast that is part of the Breaks Media family. So CEO Hayes, who has been a guest on this show, was kind enough to have me on because AJ, his lovely co-host, is having the time of her life on vacation. So yeah, I stepped into some very, very big shoes to fill, but I enjoyed it. So you guys can check that out as well. Do we have any other church announcements?
I think that was it for the most part. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I check out those features. We do what we can.
Try to think if there's anything else. A few February birthdays. Shout out to Jones from the Stakes is High podcast. I believe his birthday was Sunday. Kels, who you guys would know from the Real and Raw podcast she used to do. She's kind of been on hiatus for a bit, but Kels' birthday was on Saturday. And then I believe DJ Brainstorm from Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts also has a birthday this month. And then later in the month, I believe Roy from What About Sports?
Why Not Sports?
Why Not Sports? I said, what about, Lord? I'm losing my mind. Sleepy is setting in, but yeah, Why Not Sports with D Murph. His co-host Roy also has a birthday this month. So
okay. And Syer had a birthday just past weekend? Or
yes, he did. The Wash God himself.
yeah.
So happy belated birthday to him as well. I don't think we're missing anybody else. I think we've covered the gambit of birthdays. So all you beautiful birthday people, happy birthdays and many, many more to you. We just like to make sure that we're shouting you out and celebrating you because you guys are always supportive of us and we like to be supportive of you.
Which y'all old asses.
Yeah, you bitches are old. God damn.
Oh man.
Oh, I don't think. No, I don't have anything else. Of course, I have my my normal PSA. Quit dressing your pussy up and hang it out for every holiday. Thanks.
It's gonna happen, man, and we gonna fall for it.
Every goddamn time.
Because y'all catch us at the wrong time, man. That's all it is.
Listen, sometimes you wax it up and make it look pretty and put it in the right light and you convince people to do a lot of shit. I'm not telling you that it's never happened. I'm not saying that I've never done it. I'm just saying it as I've gotten older, I've realized that sometimes niggas like to have nice things too. So maybe in addition to, waxing your pussy, you could maybe give him a watch or something.
Yeah. Give him that Apple Watch. Let him know if he got Apple Watch quality.
Well, I have not met some Apple Watch dick, but when I do, I will let all of you know.
Okay, fine. Samsung. Goddamn.
I have not even met that.
God, okay, yes. It's a struggle out here, man.
It's struggling. That's why I will be alone on Valentine's Day because I found neither Apple nor Samsung watch dick. So,
man, we went to knock off Fitbit. It's all good.
There you go. There's the name of the episode. Fitbit dick.
Anyway,
I don't know, because if anybody knows us, we have to brainstorm the episode title 75 years after we record. So this is a first for us.
Hey man, why y'all be playing half the time? We kind of I can't let all the secrets out. But yeah, you're right. We gotta just remember stuff. I'm old, man. I forget.
There you go. Fitbit dick. Boom. We fixed it.
Oh man. Look. We appreciate everybody who has been supportive, like always. New listeners, welcome. And if you are a new listener, if someone put you on, man, let us know who it is. We like to give shout outs and give appreciations, man.
Yes.
And even, old listeners, you still around, man, let me know what's up. Hit us up. And other than that, man, we about.
Laters.